Hello, Marius. How you doing, man? Thank you much for your time. Welcome to Rock Talks again.
Thanks, Pierre. Thanks for the invitation. Glad to be back and have another chat with you. We have a new album, as you know. So let's talk and see what's up.
All right. Let's talk about the new Nightrage album, Remains of a Dead World. It's the 10th studio album, right?
Yes, exactly. That's the 10th album of the band. 20, let's say, recording experience 21 years so far with the band. First album I remember we uh, released on 2003. So this is 10th album. We're still inspired, to write music and have something to say. So we're very actually excited with this new one because also the fact that we returned where the band is based in Greece, Thessaloniki, and also we recorded that in entirely the whole album in Greece, in Athens, with our great friend and now our new drummer Fotis Bernardo in his own studio, Deva Sound Studio. So from start to finish, this is like an album that we created and recorded, mixed, mastered in entirely in Greece for the first time ever.
Wow, that's really interesting since Nightrage started in Greece like 24 years ago, 25 already?
24 years ago, the
Oh,
band started in
yeah,
the summer
nice.
of 2000, as far as I remember.
Yeah, it's like going full circle in a way, right?
Yeah, let's hope
So
for it.
to me, Remains of a Dead World reminds me a bit of the first album, the first Nightrage album. So maybe like the first four or five. Sounds really aggressive, really fast as well. So would you say that was it like a conscious decision to go back to the roots?
Well, for me, it sounds, yeah, like you said, maybe it sounds a bit, has some hints from the first two albums or something like that. But for us, what we want as a band is always to explore new territories and, make a new sound, make fresh songs. And we don't want to, go back in the past and try to do something, let's say, successful that we had back in the past. But if it sounds like that to you or to other fans of the band, of course. But the main thing for me is that this album, as I said before, we recorded in Athens in Fotis Bernardo studio, and he put a lot of effort, and he helped us a lot with all the arrangements, the recordings, his ideas. He helped a lot to create that album. And also, I think on this one, me and Magnus, as we are the main songwriting team for the fourth time now, we explore some new ideas. I can tell you one thing that, to my ears, maybe sounds a little bit more modern, let's say, with an old school touch.
Mhm.
But of course, you can always compare things, when it comes to music or to different albums, different periods of the band. But to me, it sounds like a fresh album with new ideas and exploring new territories in the musical universe that we're
Mhm.
playing on this genre of melodic death metal.
Right. Yeah, I agree. That's why I said reminds me a bit of the first albums. No, I'm not saying
Okay.
that you're copying the first two or the first four. So it's like
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I understand your point, but I just want to explain that I'm thinking always ahead. I'm trying to find new ideas and make something a little bit different in each time, because I think it's going to be boring if you are repeating the same
right,
patterns.
right. You
It's going to
repeat
be
on
kind of boring,
yourself.
and then you lose interest in creating music and stuff like that.
Exactly. Well, since we're talking about drummer Fotis Bernardo, like you said, he's back in the band after 20 years. He recorded Descend into Chaos, right?
Yes, that was his album with
Yeah,
Nightrage back in 2005, as
five. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
2005.
So since he's back in the band and he recorded that album, the second Nightrage album, does that mean that maybe you will play more songs from that album live? Meaning maybe this.
Definitely. Yes,
Nice.
that's true. That's true. and that's a cool idea because of course he recorded some of these songs, and we already actually rehearsed. Now I was in Athens yesterday, the last week, and we were we were playing the songs from that album, actually two, three, four songs from that album, because Fox also like a lot of the songs, and it really fits with his drumming style. But it was a surprise for us having
Mm,
him back in the band. I didn't expect that at all, because he's a really busy guy with his live recordings, his other bands that he's playing with, Nightfall and Sakistolis, and his own band 649. And I didn't expect that he would come back in the band. And of course I would never ask him for something like that, because of course he's a great friend of mine, but I don't want to create any problems for him or stuff like that. But he actually chose that by himself, because when I told him that, all right, we need some drummer, blah blah blah, for the forthcoming shows, which
mm.
gonna talk later about that.
Yeah.
And he actually said by himself, "Yeah, I want to help you guys. I want to play the drums, and of course, I want to be back in the band." Because he also, I wanted to mention that he really loved all the new songs. He really liked the album we were doing together, and he was always telling me that this album is one of your best, and I really like the songs. And I don't know, everything happens for a reason in life. So
Right. Right.
that's how it happened, and we're very very happy with him, and he's a very good friend of ours, and
Right.
everything is really smooth in the band now. Maybe this is the best lineup for the band for all these years, at least for me.
So, would you say that Fotis Bernardo actually worked as a co-producer for Remains of the Dead World?
100%. He's a
Mm,
fully time producer, and also he helped with arrangements. He put some riffs in there. He helped with the recordings. His ideas. We will always listen to his ideas, and that's why I think the album sounds like it sounds, because we were all very open minded when it comes to new instructions and new ideas from him, and he was really happy because we I'm as a person, I'm very open when it comes to making the songs better. That's what I'm
mm.
looking for. It's not like
Right.
it needs to be in one certain way. If someone else has a better idea, let's go for it. Let's try it at least.
Mhm.
And
And
that
which songs from Descending into Chaos would you plan to play live with Fotis on drums?
we're playing Descending Chaos, the title track, Phantasma, Being Nothing. What else?
Wow,
Uh,
great.
yeah, these kind of songs, and also we play some new ones from the first album as well. Yeah, because I was in Athens last week, and we were rehearsing with me and Konstantinos, the new singer, and the Fotis, and we had very much fun together. So for me, for the first time in many years, I told him, "This is Nightrage, man. This is how the songs should sound," because he actually leveled up the band Fotis with his playing. I think for me, he's the best drummer we ever had in the band, 100%. He's a
Nice,
monster.
nice.
And I knew he's good, but I didn't know that he's a fucking beast. Like he's playing, he's playing he's actually leveling up the songs and the band. So for me, this is the best lineup for Nitrate right now.
Right, right. And what happened to George Dino, your former drummer? He was in the band for like 8 years, I think.
6 years, he
Six
left
years.
for his own personal reasons, no problems. It's all good, but people change. People want to do other things. So Nitrous is not a prison. Where whoever wants to come, whoever wants to go, that's okay. That's no problem.
Right.
I'm just looking for people that they're really they're good people. They're nice persons, kind persons, and their focus is the music and nothing else.
All right,
These
all
two
right.
ingredients for me is very important to members. So with Fortis we have that in
Mhm,
the best scenario possible. So
mhm.
I'm very happy with the guys we have now. So I really hope this is gonna last forever. So we don't want to. I'm the last person in Earth that wants us to have lineup changes, but happens for a reason. Happen. It's life. People
Right,
change, and so that's what it happens
all right.
actually.
Let's talk about these touring dates in Japan that will happen in like a couple of weeks, I think, maybe like a month.
In end of October.
Oh,
We have
October.
two
Okay.
end of October. We have two back-to-back shows in Tokyo, Japan, and also we're gonna play a headline festival appearance in South Korea, Hellride Festival. We haven't actually announced the festival yet. It's gonna be announced, I think, in the middle of this month.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, we have announced the two Japanese shows. I guess we are very lucky, or the Japanese label, Spiritual Beast, they really liked the album and they took the album as a license, the new one, Remains of a Third World, and released it with a bonus track. And the same guys, they have a booking company, Cross Bookings, and they really wanted us, they liked the new album and they wanted to bring us over there for shows. And, we're very happy actually after 11 years to come back, because we have played by back in 11 years ago in Japan, and we have some kind of cool relationship because with all my albums, with Nightrage and Exhumation, my old band, we always have the ability actually to release the albums as license albums with bonus tracks. So we have some cool, let's say, relationship with Asia or Japan and
Mhm.
South Korea. So we're really very, very happy to coming back in and play two cool shows in Japan and one festival in South Korea in the late October. This October.
So all three shows will be in October.
October, yes.
Okay.
20, late 23, 24, and 26 of October.
All right. All right. And are you guys working, trying to schedule a European tour, maybe a North American tour?
Yes, we have our booker Metallian Productions from France that he actually booked 4 shows for us in April 2025 European tour, and he's looking for more. But right now, I think we're looking for a cool tour. Like we want to play 1 or 2 cool tours in Europe and one in North America. We have another booker in North America as well, Continental Touring, that they're also looking for festivals and shows. So this is gonna be our, this we really want to, share these new songs, share this album with our cool audience, and play as much as possible. So we're looking also for shows in North America, Latin America. We have 2 bookers we are talking right now. So hopefully we will come there for the first time.
Nice.
It's a new territory for us, so we are very, very excited, and I can tell you very hungry to play the new album out there, as much as we can, of course.
Right. Yeah, I know trying to schedule a North American tour or a tour anywhere in the world, it's really difficult, especially nowadays, because inflation, everything is more expensive. But a lot of fans don't know this, so they keep asking, man, when are we going to tour? When are we coming back to this country or that other country? And actually, I think it was also 11 years since the last North American tour for Nightrage, right?
As well, yes, it's been a while, of course, but I agree with you. I think it was always difficult, but maybe now it's more difficult after the pandemic.
Right.
Everything is more expensive, and I heard some rumors that now they're gonna make it even more difficult with the visas and all that stuff in America. I'm not sure if this is true. I hope it's not, because for small bands like us, it's gonna be like an impossible task to coming and play over there, and we really want to do that, but hopefully things will still remain okay, so we have the ability, to buy the flights, buy the visas, because it's very expensive. I think you need almost like 10K or 15K to travel to
To
America
get
with the
there.
visas and flights and 5 persons. So it's a lot of money for, I guess, for a small band like us. So we need some sort of help, like a tour support from the label or whatever. But I really hope we can manage that, because it's an amazing territory. North America, Canada, we have a really cool fan base. People still waiting to see us there, and of course, we need to play in Latin America. We never played there before, so for me, this is another cool territory
Yeah.
that we need to come over and play.
Yeah, since we're
For
talking
sure.
about that last North American tour for Nightrage 11 years ago, that was when Anthony Hamalani was still in the band as a singer,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Anthony. Yes.
And
Great guy, for sure.
a little bird told me that Anthony actually helped writing the lyrics for this new Nightrage album, right?
Well, yeah, he helped us. Thanks to Anthony, because we are not English perfectly English spoken persons. So sometimes we need some kind of help with the grammar particular,
Grammar, yeah.
But he helped us with some words to put the right meaning and all that sort of thing. Thanks to him for that. So it looks more professional in the end, So yeah, a really good guy. We still get in contact with him, and so he's doing great there. And yeah, of course, hopefully we're coming back in next year in America, in the Americas.
Well, it would be really nice if Anthony would be here with us, so he can share some stories about this writing process for the lyrics, right?
Of course.
Why
of
not?
course.
Hey, look, I'll come in. Fuck it. Hela.
Hey, Anthony, what are you doing there, man?
Hold on, I can't hear. 1 second.
One second.
Yeah. Look.
Right here.
That's a surprise, man. Of course. That's a cool surprise.
He's joining the chat room right now, so we can talk a little bit about that.
Right, we're back here. We're Anthony Hamalanin and Mary Silopoulos. Iliopoulos.
Yes.
These Greek names are difficult for me.
Last name to pronounce, of course. But hey, Anthony, what's up, man? Nice to see you, man, after such a long time. That was a cool surprise for sure. And like I mentioned before, thanks for helping us out with the lyrics and the meanings of the songs and all that stuff. Because I was explaining to Pierre, we are not the perfect English spoken persons. So you always need somebody to correct some mistakes.
Sure.
Yeah. So thanks for taking the time and doing that for us.
Of course, man. I love you guys. Of course, I always help anytime. And again, the lyrics were amazing this time. It was even better than before. So
yeah, but it's Franco, our bass player, and also the new singer Konstantinos writing a lot of stuff as well.
Okay, great.
I write some stuff, but it's cool to. I like to share these kind of things, as you know, sure. So everybody, especially the singer, the guy that he's singing the lyrics, so he feels more the lyrics that he's singing, and he writes stuff that he likes and all that. I understand that, but.
You'd always done that when I was in the band too. You always said the same. Like it was better to have someone that feels some parts of it and has some emotion attached to it rather than someone else's emotions. Because eventually you're just singing someone else's stuff and you're just a robot, maybe.
Yeah, it's better for the singer if he wants and he has the ability to write his own stuff. So it's always better, I think, in a band.
Killer. Yeah, I agree.
You create better phrases and better lyrics, or it's cool. But we have a very good chemistry this time on the album. On the new album with Konstantinos, and like I said, Fotis is back in the band after 20 years. That was a huge surprise for me. I didn't expect that to happen. Happened for a reason. I guess he loved the album. He helped us a lot. So it's we're very happy to have still continuing actually to releasing albums and music, because now it's a lot of years. I can feel like wow, it's 24 years the band still going, and we have 10 albums, and
a long time.
Where we find all this inspiration, I don't know, but it feels good to us still. So and I guess more albums will continue. We're coming with Nightrage, because there's a lot of ammo in our songwriting department still, I feel. So it's hopefully more albums and better songs will come in the future albums for sure.
Badass.
Maybe you can do a nice vocal fill in on the next one.
Hey man, anytime, I'm ready for you. I got you.
Yeah.
You tell me.
I'll talk to Konstantinos about it.
Yeah. Make him write something for me. He'll think of me.
Yeah.
And we'll do it.
Maybe we can do a chorus or something.
Sure.
Let's or maybe if we play in America, maybe we can come in on some show and do some songs with us. Some song with us.
It would be fun. It would be awesome.
That would be great. That would be really, really great, I think.
That'd be amazing, man. We'll do it. Hopefully you get to come soon. Pierre was talking as well he really wanted to see the band, and I was like, I know, man, it's tough we always wanted to come to South America. We never made it to South America. And we only made it to America a couple of times. So So there's people who are hungry to still see the band. So I think you'll be.
Yeah, I can see I can see the interests so far. But also we have a new booker, Continental Touring. Stefan, probably you know them.
Yep, I know.
Stefan and Kayla. I think she told me she talked to me about you. Like
you remember when I had the store, when I had the record store?
Yes.
Okay. She used to come into the store and hang out with me at the store.
All right.
And now she works for Continental. So weird. Like she was just a fan of metal and just just a buddy of mine, and now she's it was really, really awesome, right? Really weird how life becomes.
Yeah, now I remember she told me about you. Like I know Anthony and I remember blah blah blah, and I was like, oh yeah, maybe that's the world is so small.
It was right before I joined Nightrage, like right before, I joined the band. And then we moved from that location where she used to come all the time. And then we used to see each other at shows here and there after that. But yeah, she's amazing. That's really cool. It's really weird.
So she's talking to Stefan now about 2025, maybe some shows or some festivals. Sweet. Maybe 70,000 tons, or I don't know, but we really want to come there. But I heard some rumors that things are becoming more difficult now with the visas and more expensive. I'm not sure if that's the case, but
I've never heard that yet. I haven't heard that yet.
I really hope it's not. I really hope it's not the case.
Yeah, visas maybe, but not flights. I mean, actually, like I said before, I told you this, I think, on private message, that I found some cheap flights, man, from America to Europe, 500 euros and things like that. So I think on that department, maybe it's better, but maybe the visas was where everyone's going to get you. Maybe you never know.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm waiting some information, and we're working on that. And also we had some interest from Australia to play there, Australia. Now we're going to Japan in this October and South Korea to do a festival and 2 back-to-back shows. And it feels like, a good thing coming for us now with this album. Fotis always tell me that this album is very, very good, and it's gonna maybe people will like it more or whatever. So we'll see what happens.
Martyr, since we're sharing rumors, I got another one for you.
This guy's got rumors.
Is it true that right before the pandemic, Nightrage was about to play like a festival in America?
Yes.
And Anthony was about to fill in.
That's right.
For that night.
Yes, that's true. There's a guy that really wanted to bring us over, but then the pandemic happened, and
I forgot all about that.
It was canceled, and you were about to be the singer.
I was going to help you for that one because Ronnie had work or something. Had some work or something.
Ronnie couldn't make it. So I was thinking. Actually, the other guys. What do you think about Anthony? Yeah, sure. So that's why.
And New York was very close from here. I remember that too. We were like, okay, it'll be really easy because it was so close to where we live now. So
that would be awesome, man.
Maybe one day, if you still need help, if Constantinos can't make it one day, I'll help you still.
Of course, man. I will ask you in that case.
No problem.
No words.
I always help you guys, man. No problem.
Ooh.
Thanks, Anthony. Thank you. That was a nice surprise.
I know. He just moved to the area, so
I didn't know that. I thought he was still in South America or something.
No,
I didn't know.
He's been in America for a while and working his way around, and he moved to this area and he loves it here. And I've been letting him use my home to do some nice interviews, so he doesn't have to be
nice, man. Nice of you. That's really that's cool.
I try my best.
So since you two are here,
sure.
I know fans will love to hear some crazy stories from the road, from back in the insidious days, wearing Martyr's crown. What can you tell us?
Yeah, we had some crazy stories. We have this crazy guitar player, Phil Hudson, that he helped us on the tour, and now he's playing with Udo, and he plays with Doro. He's doing really cool things right now.
But when we had Bill at his best.
Yes, we have Bill, and we have a really cool guys, and we had a really good time as far as I remember. And this tour it was really nice. We played some good shows, and it was a good tour. That definitely, and
What else was there?
Always, with Nightrage, always with these kind of crazy stories on the road, especially. But
I remember for some reason when he said crazy stories, the first thing that came in my head was when we played our very first show in Denmark together, and Anders was so wasted, and we were asking for directions, and he was yelling at the guy. The guy we were asking for directions, and we were like, dude, we're gonna kill you, man, if this dude just leaves us right now.
yeah,
Like
it was
weird things like this. I remember, like, I was laughing so hard afterwards, like these guys, man, they're crazy.
exactly. Yeah, good times with Nightrage, man.
Yes.
A lot of cool stories to share with you guys. So
That's right.
Back then you were playing as support for Firewind, Demon Hunter, bands like more into power metal thing, right?
Yeah. Well, they were our friends, Firewind are our friends, really good buddies.
Yes.
So that's why we really wanted to do that. We love their music too. We love power metal, or any kind of heavy, good music. If it's good, we like it, So yeah.
Yeah, of course. Of course, I mean, with Nightrage, I feel our kind of music, it's sometimes it can fit to different genres. Like it can fit to a brutal death metal band.
Yeah.
Also, it can fit to another, heavy band. Because we are not, we are very adaptable, maybe, as a band. Our kind of music, I don't know. We have this clean part sometimes here and there. Sometimes we have very mid-tempo songs, and then we have very fast songs. So we can change the set list and make it adapt to a certain tour package, let's say,
And we did that on that tour. We did that on this tour. On that tour, we were, looking at the right songs. Like, okay, we don't want to play black metal songs. Okay, right? Like when they have clean vocals, we don't want to play too many black metal songs. Okay, let's put in some nice clean vocal songs like Hero and stuff like this. Where it was it was like you said, adaptable. Yeah, it had to be like that.
And now with the Japan shows we're doing, actually we're bringing back some songs we haven't played for ages, like
nice
from the first two albums.
You gotta play Jubilant Cry. You got to play that. Do it.
Yeah, that's a cool song. I didn't think about that, but that's a cool song.
That song's sick. I used to always tell him that too, and you would say the same thing. Like, yeah, that's a good song, and then you'd be like, yeah, fuck it. You forget about it.
Well, it's too many songs to choose. That's
You're
another
right.
problem.
It's true. Now it's crazy.
Albums.
Now you're 10 albums. Yeah, it's too much.
It can be a little bit intimidating to choose a great set list, because somebody will tell you why you haven't played that song, but well, it's kind of
it's hard,
tough task.
I remember when it was just 3 albums and I thought it was hard. Like I remember that. Like it was just 3 albums we had, and I was like, dude, we need to play every song.
Yes. Me too. But people will get bored in the end.
Yes, sir. And correct. And I remember that too. We were always like, we can't play too many songs because they'll start to snore on us.
All right, Mike. I remember like maybe 10 years ago or 9 years ago on YouTube, I found this documentary about Nightrage touring the States. I think it was for the Insidious tour. And on that video, I'm not sure, but please correct me. I think the band was involved in a car crash.
Yeah.
That's a true story. Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's a crazy story. We haven't.
That's true.
Yet.
That's
true. We had a crazy driver that he was always, I think, drinking or always talking a lot and didn't pay attention to the road too much.
Yeah.
And one day we were in LA, and I think he crashed the bus, and we couldn't actually open the door. To get out.
It was on the hill.
The fire department came, I remember.
Yeah.
And they put us out from the windows. Imagine if something bad would happen, like a fire or something.
Oh my God!
We couldn't get out. That would be a disaster. But hopefully, something bad didn't happen. But remember, that was a really bad incident.
Yeah.
This guy was. He was always. I remember he was always talking to about himself that he's the best driver in the world, something like that. But apparently, Anders told me that he was not a good driver. He crashed the bus in the sidewalk. Like,
Oh my God. Yeah, such a great driver. He's like, yeah, 13 years. I've never been in any accidents. 13 years. That was what it
he was
was.
saying that. He was
Yes,
saying that all the time.
13 years, never no accidents. Yeah. Just got it on tape.
But it was a
So
great
there were
tour.
no
Injured
injured.
people, no casualties, nothing.
No.
You know,
I mean, it scared me. Like afterwards, like I thought about it. Like one of us could have been like Cliff Burton or something. Man, it was scared the shit. Yeah, I mean,
wow.
like what the fuck? You know, what I mean, after
Yeah.
long at the time, we didn't give a shit and we laughed about it and we thought it was funny because it was the last show of the tour. So we were like, good, it's the last show anyway. Bye. Fuck that bus. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
we were
But
happy to get.
imagine if-
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right about that. Sometimes you're laughing about these kind of things, but
Yeah.
it's dangerous. It's very dangerous. Something bad can happen, you know.
Yeah.
So we're
So we got
thanks God
lucky.
we're all safe.
Yep, it's true. Thank you. Thankfully, it was just during rush hour, and he was going 20 miles an hour, and it just hit right into a tree, and didn't fuck up the rest of us.
It was like an old lady crushing again.
Literally, it was like that. I mean, we came to like a weird like halt. You know, all of a sudden we were going really slow, and then it just was stopped, bang, like that, and we were like, "What the fuck is this?"
All right. Yesterday, I was
What a story.
looking up for this documentary on YouTube because, like, I watched it like I said, like 9 years ago. I was trying to relive this, but I couldn't find the video. So, whatever happened today?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know what happened, but I remember we took some photos from the
Yeah,
from the
there's a million photos and there was
we got-
other videos online,
There's some photos if you search, I think.
and there's videos too of us live online.
I kind of forgot that. Now thanks for reminding me this. It's really funny now I'm thinking about it. Kind of forgot about
Yeah, I forgot about it too. He is great. He's good. He's really good.
Yeah, thanks for reminding us of this great moment.
Yeah, he's really good because I was like, yeah, man. I was like, I don't know what to fucking ask. That's when he asked. I was like, I don't know what to say, and he comes up with this shit really good. So yeah.
So yeah, on that video you can see the band playing live, the band goofing around on
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
backstage, then the car crash incident. So
Yes.
it would be really nice to have the chance to see this again on YouTube for the fans as well.
Yeah, I don't know. We have to find it somewhere. I mean, maybe Anders has it. We can ask Anders. He might have it.
Yeah, of course.
Or Bill
That would
Hudson.
be really funny to see the footage again.
Yeah. That shit's funny as hell. Well, I'll definitely find it. I'll ask
Please,
him.
please.
Yeah. I'll get it. I'll find it.
Thanks.
He's got
Anson.
it somewhere. He's got
Cool,
it.
man.
All right.
I'm talking with your buddy here in Crystal Tears, the band, you know.
Ah, Christofis.
Christoph is a really great guy. Really
Christofis
great guy.
Malakis. I love this guy. He's my boy.
Yeah. So he's we're hanging out sometimes, you know.
Yeah, I know. I see in the pictures. It's awesome. Yeah, we just finished up some more songs for the album. It's great. I hope you like it. We're gonna show you maybe you will.
That's
you will
cool.
like
That's
this
cool.
record, man.
I'm glad for you, man, that you are still playing with a Greek band. you
Yeah,
know?
me too. I love it. Those guys are my best buddies too. And I met them through you. So I still have you to thank you for that.
They're great. Chrisafis is a really great guy.
Yeah,
Great
he's-
band, you know. He's very focused and very dedicated in the music, and so
Yeah.
he's doing really great, cool stuff.
Yeah.
He plays some songs for me actually.
Okay,
the other
good.
day,
Okay,
and I
good.
really like it.
Oh,
I
thanks,
think it's
man.
sounds very professional. Really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
You know.
He's got some guys working on it. So I think Matt Hyde is working on it for the production. He has that guy.
Okay.
So there's
And most of the stuff he told me, he actually told me that he's doing by himself. You know,
Yeah.
the
Yes.
recording,
Yes, the
making
recording.
process,
Yes.
whatever.
Yes.
But he's doing a really good job. You know,
Yeah,
really
he's
good.
killing it. Him and that guy are killing it together. They're making it
He's
sound
very
amazing.
skillful. He has a good skills.
Yep.
Good set of skills. you know.
He's awesome. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What will be the name of that album? Like Crystal Tears?
Oh, I don't know. We're gonna call it Greek democracy because it's like Chinese democracy. It's taken us forever to
Greek.
finish it.
That because it takes forever.
Yeah. So we were gonna call it Greek democracy. Like we thought this
All right.
name was funny, but
Cool.
It will
Cool.
not be that. It will be something more professional.
Oh,
Yes.
I was hoping to get my writing credit.
No. But you did. It is very funny that you came up with that. It is fun. But
But it was really funny that now he mentioned you like, yeah, thanks to Anthony, he wrote lyrics for you, blah blah blah. And I said, yeah, thanks a lot to Anthony. And then he showed up like, what?
we
That's
had to
magic.
figure out a way to get in there. I didn't know how to do it, and I was like, okay,
That's magic, you know.
yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Like, just
Maestros of Eno.
come, here we are. The man appears.
I was surprised, like, wow, that's nice, you know.
I actually, yeah, for the lyrics, I would say like too, me and Marius, that was the first time I had worked the way that he and I worked together, crafting lyrics and I actually do it like that with Krisafi still. Like we do it like that, you and I, and like how we did, and that it's a very unique way of crafting
It is.
lyrics and making it because it's like two people coming up with the same idea, but it's different. I don't know. It's just like, especially our two albums we have together, I think are special because of that. Like they have their own thing, that no one else, it will never have a different, thing like that. So I think it's cool.
Really nice that you have a good mind about these kind of things, because you know how to put the words together in a good.
Thank you.
Because of course I'm not the best Englishman in the world.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, your poetry is amazing, and you know what words work with your mind, and then it's just taking that and fixing it somewhere,
Yeah, so I need someone like you to correct me for sure,
Well, to me, it's you see, you have to remember too, like I can't think of all that stuff either. So you know what I mean? So when you give me the first template of it, it's like, oh, okay, wow. Okay, well, let's just take this and move it around a little bit here. And then it's, whoa, look at that.
Yes.
It's like poetry is beautiful, so you need that help together. I think it's really, you can't beat it. I think it's the best ever way to write lyrics is that way.
For sure. Thanks for that, Anthony. Thanks.
Yeah,
a
man.
lot,
You too. You too. Thanks for being open to do it. I think even you were telling me even before that, like, Jimmy and Thomas, didn't help that often. So you were alone in that regard. You're kind of by yourself.
When there's nobody out there to do it for you, you need to do it by yourself.
Sure. Of course.
When nobody's out there, so what can you do?
And we're back here at the Rock.
Okay, cool.
Martyr and Anthony Hamelani. And another interesting fact is that this year, 2024, marks the 15th anniversary of wearing a martyr's crown.
Doesn't feel like that. Doesn't feel like it's that old.
The first Nightrage album with Anthony here.
Yes.
So what do you guys remember about the writing process of that one?
I remember it was for me, actually, this one is one of the best Nightrage albums. We once again recorded in Studio Fredman, and we have a very good chemistry. Me and Olof writing the music together, and Anthony writing the lyrics for the album. And like you said, this was his first, your first album with the band, and I remember you were very excited and very, hungry to do the best job. I think you did a really great job on the album with the lyrics and the vocals. And
I remember it was weird. It was weird too, because it was also the first time we wrote an album where we did it over like email.
Yes, and then and also then we have to fly you coming in Sweden to record the vocals. And actually, that album we recorded as a band in the studio, in the Studio Fredman, the whole album. It wasn't in different studios. It's like the
last time that ever happened in anybody's history. Like it feels like that was the last time.
We have the luxury to do that because it's expensive to have the whole band in a studio.
Yeah.
At the same time, it requires more time, more money, or more efforts, stuff like that. But I think it was a great album. I really liked it. It's a very unique kind of sound on this album.
Yeah.
I think we have very cool songs. I mean, A Grim Struggle and the title track, Wearing My Crown. It's one of the best songs.
Shed the Blood. Shed the Blood.
Shed
the Blood.
It's a good song as well. It's a lot of cool songs.
I remember that Shed the Blood. For some reason, when I think of this song, I remember being in the studio and you said, okay, are you ready to hear what fucking Joe did here? And on the demo, we didn't have this double bass part come in, and you played it, and it blew my head off. I just was like, wow, like how did you guys do that?
Yeah.
And you guys figured this out in the rehearsal, I think, or something like that. And I just wasn't expecting stuff like that to be there. And I remember little moments like this going, okay, something is awesome here. We have something good here.
Yeah, this album has its own identity, I think, sound wise and songwriting wise, has its own identity. It's very unique in
Mixing as well.
Nightrage's discography, I think.
Yeah, I
It's
think
kind of unique.
the mixing too, having Marius and Olaf there with Fredman, it was really cool because they mixed it all together, you know, basically the three of them, really. You know what I mean? If I remember correctly, you know, they were all three in the room,
course,
and I thought that
Fredman
was cool.
Is the king of, you know, he's the guy that almost for me, you know, created that melodic death metal style when he was working with At the Gates and In Flames and Soilwork and Demon Warrior and all these bands.
Yeah.
So he's a genius, of course.
Yeah.
He doesn't need any help, of course. He can do miracles by himself.
No, for sure. I just kind of meant that I think it just you and Olaf being there kind of gave him a different feel, gave it, like you said, like
of course.
yeah, gave it a unique feel, you know.
You know, it's fun to work with. It's very fun actually to work with Fredman and Olaf. Olaf, I consider a really talented songwriter.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
a really talented guitar player. So I'm glad
every time they would Pierre, every time they would send me something, send me an email, I mean, I would get a chill through my spine. I'd be like, oh no, here we go. It's gonna be another motherfucker. And it would be like he said, it would be a collision of fate. Like, you know what I mean? So a song like this and be like, what are these guys doing over there, man? Like, what are they coming up with? And they would do it like this. Him and Olaf, they had a really unique chemistry together. It was really great.
Yes, very good. And it's not a coincidence that he's very successful now with his own band Amaranth, and they're doing really, really good stuff. So he's very talented guy, you know, Olaf.
He's the man.
And also I think he considers Nightrage one of his best works, so metal works, let's say, in the metal department.
I agree.
I think it was all about good chemistry and great inspiration on that album. Wearing Martyr's Crown. Now I remember coming back a little bit, and I remember what the days and of that album, and it was really fun to make this album. Actually, you know,
I agree.
I remember when that album came out in 2009, right?
Yeah.
The previous album, A New Disease is Born, I really actually enjoyed that album. I like it.
Me too.
But you know, of course, some fans were kind of complaining about this sounds kind of metalcore, it sounds too modern, blah blah blah, stupid shit like that.
Well,
but to be honest, when
I agree, it's kind of different. I agree with you. It's kind of different. Of course, the fact that we recorded in Denmark with Jacob Hansen, another great guy, another amazing guy
as well.
Yeah. Yes, and Jimmy wanted to, you know, incorporate all these clean type of vocals which have a very they're kind of metalcore, like you said. But I think the overall songs are still in the Nightrage department.
Yeah, the riffs are Nightrage
all the way. It's not something else, it's something different, but probably people maybe didn't expect too many clean vocals on this one, or we had some breakdowns here and there, you know, stuff like that. But I think still, for me, it's a great album. I
agree. I like it.
Yeah, I do too. I loved it too.
But what I was
always play Spiral from that album, and on our live set, it's a great song to play. Works live always, you know.
What I was trying to say is that when Wearing a Martyr's Crown came out in 2009, me as a fan, and I'm sure a lot of other fans thought the same, that this was like a comeback for Nightrage, where it was more like inspired by the good old days, the first two albums, more aggressive.
Yeah, I think so.
So you guys agree?
I agree, yeah, because we talked about that a lot. I remember that was a big conversation with Marius, at least it was with sometimes we were like, we need to bring back some acoustic guitars and feel free to just, go a little deeper into the old stuff. I remember that. Yes, there was something
That's
like
true.
this.
That's true.
Yeah, I do. And then that was a reason we went back to Fredman was to get this sound that we had on the first that he had on the first two albums. I always say we. Sorry, I shouldn't say we.
But now you saying that, Anthony, I think with Nightrage we always reinvent ourselves.
Yeah, now
we always have this mentality that we want to do something better and
Sure.
do something more metal and more
Sure.
extreme and more melodic at the same time. I think we always have that sort of mentality, and
It's true.
it's like we are fighting the world to stay true to ourselves.
It's true because when we did Insidious, it's true because then we were like, okay, let's do this now. Let's add this now. Mario's he made the fastest song at the time. Wolf. That song.
The title track Insidious.
That was fat. That's the wolf skin song.
Yes.
Woo
that one. Yeah.
Woo wee. Your right hand is fucking gonna fall off, dude. It's over. You're not playing that, dude. You're not playing that. Your right hand's gonna have carpal tunnel syndrome if you play this song. And I just remember hearing that and going, he's never written anything that fast before. I was just like that. And I looked at Joe and I'm like, you're fucked. I was like, you're gonna have to play the drums to that. Like that's gonna be fast. And yeah, you're right. So you always were changing, adding stuff, and with that Insidious, we added guests on the album, and we didn't. You never had that before.
Too many, maybe, but it was a good album still.
Yeah.
Of course, I consider every album in our discography a good album.
Sure, of course.
Of course, but now I am thinking about what we're saying here. I think with Nightrage, every time we're trying to always
push it
to the next level, and
you're right.
Never lose the identity of the band. Never become something that we don't want to become. Or something that we don't believe that we are. We just want to be ourselves and
whatever
stay
feels
true
right
to our metal minds to keep it. To keep the band alive and stay true to our core sound, I think.
Yep. And you hear that with every riff. Every riff you do it, you can hear it. It's still there. It still sounds like the band.
Guys, what do you remember about the promotion for this album? The touring cycle? Who do you play with?
For Wearing Martyr's Crown?
Yes.
I mean, we did like food festivals and some.
We did some in Sweden. We play, I remember, and then we did
Greek tour.
We did a few shows with each one. Yes, I think.
But after Insidious was the one we kind of after we did that album, it's when we started to get some more interest for like us to play outside. I think for some reason.
Yes.
I don't know why. I don't know why it was that, but it was.
Yeah, we did the American tour, and then we did a
European tour.
We did a few shows, for sure.
Yeah, we did a lot of shows for that one.
And who do you play with around the cycle?
Demon Hunter.
Yes.
Firewind. That was America, was the Firewind thing you were talking about, that US, the video from the US tour. And then we went to Europe and played with Demon Hunter. And that was fun. That's
such a great band, Demon Hunter.
Yeah, they were very cool guys, very funny guys.
Really good band.
Yeah.
Really professional.
Yeah,
band.
and took care of us very well, and they took really good care of us. Nice people.
Anthony.
I remember that you told me something about pushing the album on Hot Topic.
Oh yeah. We got the album and we got Wearing a Martyr's Crown in Hot Topic, and that was a big deal back then, was to actually have it in multiple stores. And and now, like, it's still to this day, I know if you walk into one of those stores, you can hear that album be played, because if it's on that playlist, it's on there forever. They never take it off. So if it ever makes their playlist, it stays on there forever. So you can walk in there and hear hear Wearing Martyr's Crown, one song off of it or something. The employee can skip it if he doesn't like it, for sure, but it'll come up.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. But we still got it on there, so fuck them.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was cool, because I actually remember, now that you said that, I remember Gus G told me that he was, or you told me this, Marius, that Gus saw the album inside of a store in LA when he was there with Ozzy. And he was like, he said he saw the album and he goes, "That's great. The album is in fucking Hot Topic." I remember he even said that. So
Something like that.
yeah. So that's good if it was out there. You know what I mean? It was actually out there. So yeah, that helped, I think, a bit too, to get people to know who the new lineup was, at least.
Back when Hot Topic was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it actually sold, lots of albums there back then, but now it's just, yeah, whatever. Who knows? Haven't been in one in years.
I think nowadays more about like makeup or accessories.
I'm sure it's for children. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more for children. Right? All right. So anything else that you guys would like to add about the 15th anniversary of wearing a Martyr's crown? Maybe Marius, here's an idea for the 20th anniversary. Maybe you can do like a Greek tour or a European tour, playing this album in full. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that could be an idea, but now we're focusing more right now on the new album, of course.
You love that album too much. He loves that album a lot.
Yes, we are focusing on that now, but
I said
maybe
5 years from now.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we can ask Anthony to do some vocals, maybe in a show or something, or in an album, or in the next album, or whatever, to bring back this
that would be cool.
Nice.
I mean, if you did it, you'd have to get
vocals.
Olaf, you'd have to get Anders, you'd have to get Joe, you'd have to get the whole thing, and that's really tough.
Imagine if we want to do an anniversary show for Nightrage, and
that's what he wants. That's what he wants.
All the members.
That's what he's asking for.
Would not be enough for them.
Make it happen. Make it happen.
It will be a disaster in the States. Too many people.
Well, it'll be huge. You don't understand. Like
it's like a hotel, almost.
We could rent out a whole floor of a hotel room with the people. We'll have like 9 people on the stage, like Slipknot.
But of course, Anthony, whenever you come to Greece or something, just let me know, man.
So I am, brother. I'm actually making plans for this because, like, I this. My family is there too, so they want to see my daughter and stuff like that. So we're making plan to do it. So
it will be really nice to
let you know.
Hang out.
I will let you know. We'll come.
Remember the good old times.
Oh, dude, yeah. I want to come really bad, and I've been thinking about it for a while. So we'll be there for sure.
Nice, man. Nice, really nice.
Cool.
That was a nice surprise. Thanks for the nice surprise, man. And
of course, man. I love you, buddy. I miss you a lot, so I just wanted to do something fun. And he came up with this idea, and I was like, okay, well, we'll surprise him. Let's do it. Fuck it. Let's have some fun.
Thank you, Pierre, for the interview, and the fact that we can talk about the new album "Remains of a Dead World," and hopefully we're coming back in the Americas, to play and having some fun and play the new songs for all our beloved fans.
For sure.
There.
Sure.
That'll be amazing.
All right. Thank you very much for your time, Marius. It was great.
No worries, man.
Again, looking forward upcoming tours so I can finally get to see the band live.
Nice to see you guys. Thank you. Thanks a lot for that.
You too, brother.
All right.
I'll talk to you later. I'll talk to you later. I'll give you a message.
You too, man. Have fun, man. Bye. Cheers. Stay metal.
If you like this interview, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and share the video with all your friends. Also, very important, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell.